This week's show is sponsored by Celebrate Vitamins, providing the optimum level of vitamin and mineral supplementation that's tasty and affordable. Get all of your favorite Celebrate products at CelebrateVitamins.com. This week's episode of Bariatric TV is sponsored by Bariatric Advantage, the most complete line of micronutrient replacements specifically designed for the weight loss surgery patient. Help support the show by ordering your Bariatric Advantage products directly from the BTV e-store.
Hi, I'm Tony.
And I'm Linda.
Welcome to BTV and welcome to spring.
Man, am I glad it finally started warming up around here. It's been a long, freaking cold winter. It did get to be about 20 degrees below 70.
Which is cold.
For us.
So, what do we have for you freaks this week?
In the drop zone, we have a freak with a beast.
At a what?
Are you stress eating? You may be hardwired to do so.
And at a what?
This week's drop zone freak is Dee, and she has a beast.
A beast? What's a beast?
I have no idea, but I know she has one because that's what she said about why she's glad she had surgery. She said, "I love my WLS because it's given me back the life that Beast and I dreamed of having when we were kids. We've been married 38 years, and I no longer have to miss anything with him. And because you've been married 38 years, I'll let you get away with the 2 sentences without stealing any of your chips. That's my gift to you."
Well, Dee, make sure that the one thing you don't miss with Beast is the tasty goodness of a case of Revival soy chips. Email us your address and we'll make sure they get in the mail to you.
And for the rest of you, Beast or no Beast, send us your before and after photos and one sentence with a reason why you're glad you had surgery to feedback@BariatricTV.com so we can make you a drop zone freak.
And now let's head on over to the dumping ground.
Beast!
Nice.
I don't feel good.
Welcome to the dumping ground.
Yum, 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 yum.
Hey, Linda, what are you yumming about?
I got me some edamame.
At a what?
Edamame, you know, soybeans.
Oh, they look like lima beans. Ew, I hate lima beans.
Yeah, they do a little, but they sure don't taste like them. They have a rich, nutty type of flavor.
Really? So what exactly is edamame?
Edamame is this little green vegetable harvested at the peak of ripening right before it reaches the hardening time. Did you know that the word edamame means beans on branches? Probably because it grows in clusters on bushy branches.
I didn't know that.
Well then, did you know in East Asia that edamame has been used for over 2,000 years as a major source of protein?
Nope, I didn't know that either.
Well then you must know that edamame and all preparations of soybeans are rich in carbohydrates, protein, dietary fiber, omega-3 fatty acids and micronutrients, particularly folic acid, manganese, and vitamin K.
Really? I had no idea.
Now I don't want to pop.
You should also know that it contains all 8 essential amino acids that make edamame a complete protein. And since it's so high in protein and lower in fat than animal-based proteins, edamame may also help reduce cholesterol and the risk of heart disease. Did you know that?
Really? That's fascinating stuff, really fascinating.
But the wonders of the magical edamame don't stop there. It contains both soluble and insoluble fiber.
And since it has so much soluble and insoluble fiber, now you'll know why it's the magical edamame.
Right, edamame's here to bulk you up. The soluble fiber may help lower cholesterol and control blood sugar, while the insoluble fiber increases stool bulk.
Gotta have that.
May prevent colon cancer and can help relieve symptoms of several digestive disorders. That's awesome.
Because what would life be without a stool bulker?
It's my new band, Stool Bulker. Stool Bulker.
So what do you know about edamame?
I can tell you what you'll find in a 1/2 cup serving of shelled edamame. That means after you pop them out of the pods, you'll get 120 calories, 9 grams of fiber, 2.5 grams of fat, 11 grams of protein, 13 grams of carbohydrate, and 15 milligrams of sodium.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
No, and a partridge in a bushy branch.
a branchy, bushy edamame tree.
And did you know you can make a lot of stuff with edamame? They're great to snack on boiled, steamed, roasted, sauteed.
Well, I knew that.
And you can use it to make hummus, use it in guacamole mix, put it in wonton wraps, and in rice, and in pasta.
I didn't think of that.
You can put it in dips, and in succotash, and in casseroles.
Okay, I get the picture.
Stuff them in pitas, stir them into a stew, even try them in a chili recipe.
Okay, so you do know something about edamame. I can see that now.
At a what?
Never mind. Just eat your soybeans, would ya? I'm gonna go alter some realities. I'm gonna go this way to alter them realities. Let's go.
Oh my God, it's almost tax time.
Crap, what day is today? I have a deadline I think I'm gonna miss at work.
I can't believe how fast these bills pile up.
Life is just too dang stressful. I need a ding dong, or a Twinkie, or maybe one of those raspberry coconut zingers. Yeah, zingers. That'll make me feel better.
Why do you think it is that when we get stressed out, we turn to food to make us feel better?
And is it just me? Am I the only one that wants chocolate to help stuff that stress back down inside?
Get back down there now!
Damn it.
Nope, it's not just you or your imagination. You really do crave rich foods when stress is on overload. You're hardwired for it.
When stressed, we seek chocolate, ice cream, or Napoleons.
So when you're stressed out, you
want a short
seek
French man.
Short French
With a big
emperor
hat, yeah.
who's trying to take over the world?
And scientists have discovered that it's not just because they taste good. It's actually the body's attempt to put a brake on the runaway machinery of stress.
Here's how the stress system works. Say you're driving on the freeway, a car cuts you off, and you instantly swerve out of the way to avert disaster. For some time afterwards, you're frazzled and jumpy, and your heart feels like it might just leap out of your chest.
When you experience sudden danger, your brain instantly signals your body to produce a hormone called cortisol. This causes your heart to race, and you become highly attentive and alert.
These emergencies don't last forever. Your stress response system has built into it the capacity to turn itself off. The stress hormone cortisol acts as its own shut-off signal. When it reaches the brain, it commands the brain to cease the body's production of the hormone.
However, chronic stress is another story completely. The system just doesn't turn off. As you stay stressed, your body keeps ramping up production of cortisol. You go into an inner code red, which causes anxiety, vigilance, and hyper-alertness.
At the same time, other parts of the long-term stress circuit are activated. One of them directs you to search for extremely yummy food.
¿Dónde está la biscuits and gravy?
¿Dónde están los yumminess?
Most notably high-energy stuff that includes fat and sugar like cream puffs and chocolate bars.
Left to its own devices, the long-term anxiety set off by the chronic stress would empty your energy reserves and you wouldn't survive very long. But fat and sugar-laden foods help your body build up reserves and stay in the game of life.
So although your body needs this stuff to try to get back on an even keel, the catch is eating high-calorie foods may make us feel better and function better in the short term, but it's bad for the long-term health.
Remember though, there are other ways around stress eating. There's exercise, yoga, meditation, hot baths, and yes, sex.
Bow,
Chicka bow wow. Chicka bow. Hot sex.
That's it. I'm using that, and the tag hot sex is going on this show.
They all stimulate the same pleasure centers in the brain that makes us seek comfort food.
Like sugar-free edible undies. If you find you're one of those people who are constantly stressed, find other ways to deal with getting those levels down.
Even though it would seem that we are programmed to crave all this stuff that is bad for us in stressful situations, long term, it's not a good thing.
Develop a plan of attack against that stress that doesn't involve fritters as big as your head, ding-dongs, and pie.
Failing to plan is just planning to fail. So come on, gang, start thinking on this so that you can freak on.
Do you know that stress is like a rocking chair? It gives you something to do, but it doesn't get you anywhere.
Words of wisdom from Linda Shepherd.
Geez, all that talk about stress and edamame made me kind of hungry.
Yep, me too. Where are we going for dinner?
Whatever you want.
Well, what should we do about it?
Well, we have all this extra edamame left over from the earlier segment. Maybe you should do something with it.
Okie dokes, but you know me, I like to keep it simple. So I have a really simple recipe for spicy edamame. Here's what you'll need. 1 1/4 cup of frozen shelled edamame. 1/2 teaspoon of olive oil, 1/2 teaspoon of chili powder, 1/4 teaspoon of dried basil, 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder, and I ran out so I'm using flaked onions with a little salt on it, and 1/4 teaspoon of ground cumin, 1/8 teaspoon of paprika, and 1/8 teaspoon of ground black pepper. It's real simple. Preheat your oven to 375 degrees. Place the edamame into a mixing bowl and just mix everything into it. So we're going to start with drizzling just a little bit of the olive oil in there. It's about 2 teaspoons. Just dump everything in. Goes the onion. Goes the chili powder. If you like it a little spicy, put a little bit more in. Here goes the cumin, the black pepper, and the paprika. Simply mix it. You want to mix it until it's coated with the spices. Then you just put it into a baking pan. Spread them out. And then you'll bake them uncovered in the preheated oven until the beans begin to get a little brown. It takes about 12 to 15 minutes. Stir once halfway through cooking.
That's it?
That's it.
It tastes like something, but I can't figure out what it is.
Curly fries.
They are curly fries! Oh my god!
Tony cooked them up and I went and grabbed one and I'm like, these taste like French fries. She's like, curly fries!
They are! They're curly fries from Jack in the Box.
It's curly fry edamame.
Oh my god. Well, freaks, we're at the end of the show.
And since we're at the end of the show, we'll do what we always do. Give you a reminder to send us your show ideas and product recommendations to feedback@bariatrictv.com or post them on the forums over at bariatrictv.com/forum.
And head on over to btvstore.com to pick up some of your favorite bariatric goods. And remember, it's always free shipping on any order over $100.
Now go cook up some edamame and we'll see you next week.
Were you waving goodbye or playing castanets?
Make sure that the one thing you don't miss with Beast is the tasty goodness of a case of Revival. What?
Make sure that the one thing you don't mess with Beast is...
And is it just me? Am I the only one that wants chocolate to help sustain?
No, a lot of people want chocolate to th-th-th-th.
Right.
If you don't eat your dongs and pie, you can't have any pudding. How can you have any pudding if you don't eat your dongs and pie?